Guys, today we are going to be reacting to a video from SypherPK, every major Fortnite collab from 2018 over to 2026. We are currently live on stream. I will be reading related chats throughout. Let's see what this video has to say.
And this didn't
Oh my god, I'm 10 seconds into the video.
Went from 6 items in the item shop to hosting concerts, movies, anime, fashion brands, and entire seasons built around collaborations.
Now, you know what sucks is the first thing I have to say about this video is this is like hitting me in like the nostalgia feels right now because it has that like Mario Galaxy theme. There's just something about it. And you know what's funny is Snowy said that right now. Funky Kong gets added to Fortnite, be the perfect game. Funky Kong of all people. Dude, I really do think we're getting a Pokemon collab. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. But dude, it's coming. That's why they have sidekicks. I'm convinced.
And this didn't happen overnight. So today we're going through each year, following how Fortnite collabs didn't just grow, they completely reshaped what the game even is.
I think you mean ruined the game. I think you mean ruined the game, SypherPK. I think he means ruined. Okay?
Back in 2017, no one could have predicted just how insane Fortnite collaborations were going to be. In Season 1, the Fortnite item shop was tiny. At most, you'd see about 6 items at a time.
Dude, I actually still miss the item shop being like that. I understand that Epic Games is making a ton of money as it is, but I miss like the special shops. I miss waiting for the shop rotation. I miss literally watching iTalk's videos and hearing like what he had to say about the shop. I miss when the shop was like compact like that. And I'd be okay with like more than the shop that's shown on screen right here. But it's just too big now, you know?
The shop was split between daily items and weekly items, and that was basically it. But even this early on, Fortnite was already experimenting. Epic invited creators like Vanoss Gaming, PewDiePie, and Muselk to a Save the World event called Search for Survivors.
This must have been before my time, to be honest with you. MadVR said, I get the complaint of too many collabs, but people treat it like it's mandatory. Exactly. And I would understand in quite a few seasons of Fortnite. Not now. They're handling it perfectly in Chapter 7. There's a ton of collabs. We still got original content, story content. People are so wrong about Chapter 7 Season 1, dude.
Players could actually choose one of these creators as their commander in Save the World, and doing so unlocked a special banner icon with their logo. It wasn't a full collab skin yet, but it was the first hint at where things were going.
I've never heard about that. It was probably before my time. I started back in Chapter 1, Season 3.
Moving into Season 2, the item shop began to grow. Instead of just seeing 6 items, you'd usually see 8.
See, I'd be okay with this, and I'd be okay with more. Like, I remember somewhere in Chapter 2, I believe it was, where you had to, like, scroll a little bit. Like, there were pages like this, too. It's just... it was still stuff to look forward to, you know?
In general, cosmetics started to level up as we got our first legendary skin in the shop, Red Knight. Fortnite also began adding in holiday-themed skins, and in February of 2018, we got the Alpine and Mogul skins. Ski sets representing 8 different countries. These were our first skins that let players represent themselves with something directly from the real world.
Man, just looking back on this too, like, I'm not that guy. You guys all know I'm not that guy. I miss the UI from Chapter 1 so much. It was so much better. Oh, I sound like your typical Fortnite player now, you know, where it's like, it just had so much personality to it. But it's true. It's so true, man. The lighting on the skin in the shop looked better too. Let me see. Lighting on the skins in the shop?
The item shop was...
I don't know what it looks like right now into comparison, you know? And MadVR also said, I kind of miss rarity. It made the lockers look more colorful. Yeah, it was like, you know, it had that Fortnite charm to it. I completely agree with that. Even if, like, we all know they got rid of rarity for, like, the price increases and stuff like that. Even if they wanted to increase the price of rarities, I don't care. Like, just bring back the rarities.
Lacking due to size. Plus, cosmetics rotated only every 3 days, and people were ready to drop some serious money on the game. So much so that Ninja himself tweeted at Epic saying, please give us more cosmetics, saying that he would even be satisfied with a toilet plunger as a pickaxe.
Yeah.
So Fortnite went and gave Ninja exactly what he wanted with the plunger pickaxe just a week after his tweet.
That's so, like, it's that old personality that Fortnite used to have. And that's what's nice about Chapter 7 so far is, like, we're kind of getting that, not like this exactly, but, you know, that type of charm that we were all missing. Zero said it's also the art style. I think Chapter 4 was my favorite art style, but it's just like the way that the shop was and just, how do you describe it? Like, you know, with my mouse here, you know, just like the triangles and the design and the way that like they move throughout the lobby as it fades out into just the color back here. It was just so Fortnite, you know? I sound like your typical Fortnite player, but dude, I so agree when they talk about the old UI and stuff.
And if you watched Ninja in 2018 for more than 5 seconds, you probably heard him asking for Twitch Prime subs.
Feel free to click on this subscribe button, see if you got a Twitch Prime sub available, huh?
Which was perfect timing for Fortnite when they released 2 exclusive Twitch Prime skin packs. They gave players free cosmetics just for linking their Amazon Prime to their Twitch account. Once we got to season 3, we saw multiple collabs in the battle pass, starting with our first official streamer collab.
Dude, I don't even remember any collabs in the battle pass at all, dude. The reason chapter 1 was great is because of the unique feel for it and how nothing else felt like it. I wouldn't say that's the reason for it being great. There's a lot of things within Fortnite that made it great, but if you're talking about just like the Fortnite's own UI here, I guess like there's a point to be made there, man. Dude, Ninja would say, just remember Twitch Prime is fully free and made 10K. Guy's a genius.
Epic added CDN the Third's positivity logo as an emoticon into the battle pass. It's also one of the few emoticons that has a unique description. The second one wasn't actually confirmed, but the Reaper was always rumored to be John Wick.
Oh, 100% that was John Wick, dude. Look at that. And it even had the pencil pickaxe. And I never even watched any of the John Wick movies, and I know about that. You know? I don't care if legendary skins cost 2,000 V-Bucks, but an emote for 800. I mean, maybe there's another chat that I was missing there. Sorry about that, guys.
Keanu even mentioned that after the skin was released, people started coming up to him calling him the Fortnite guy. Donald Mustard claims that it wasn't intentional to resemble John Wick, but...
Yeah, okay, Donald Mustard. Okay. Look at this guy, man.
You know. In Season 4, Fortnite took a massive leap forward with its first real official LTM collaboration.
Dude, this was something special back in the day. I still miss that Thanos was. I still wish that we could have it in squads. I hated that this was only solo, man. Even my wife loved playing this mode. She still talks about that, man.
The Infinity Gauntlet, and the hype was real. You got to literally become Thanos in Fortnite. No one was expecting this. Fortnite actually outdid themselves. And what's wild is that the collaboration almost didn't happen. Donald Mustard was not interested in collaborations back then. They had to convince him over a phone call to change his mind.
Yeah, we made a video about that. It was a phone call with the Russo brothers, I'm pretty sure it was. Could you imagine like the direction Fortnite would have gone? Do you think Fortnite would have been as successful if they never actually dove into collabs? I'm sure that like I don't know about like as successful, maybe, probably. I don't know. This is literally like hide and seek in this mode. You could run into someone trying to hide from Thanos too. But that's the thing. Like so many people had so much fun with Thanos, which was like basically instant death, right? So why did everybody hate the mechs? I know there was like a culture shift, obviously, and people got more miserable too. I'm not saying you're miserable if you dislike the mechs. I completely understand if you dislike the mechs, and I know there were maybe too many of them. Would your opinion change if there was like one mech on the map? I don't know. I got that same rush when I was playing with the mechs as I did with Thanos. You know?
It would be very interesting to see where Fortnite would have gone if this LTM had never happened. Although this next one wasn't really an official Fortnite collab, it was still insane for the game because during March of 2018, Ninja streamed Fortnite with Drake, Travis Scott, and Juju Smith, breaking the all-time Twitch record by pulling in over 600,000 live viewers.
Dude, it was crazy. Fortnite was like doing numbers back in the day, eh? Matt said for me, if mechs weren't in Season X, it would be a top 10 for me. That's fair. I know a lot of people would have liked Season X a lot more without the mechs. The OG Black Widow and Star-Lord looked chopped, I can't lie. Yeah, in comparison to what they've done now, they were also called Outfit. They weren't actually like the collab, right?
This was extremely rare. Celebrities weren't very involved with creators during this time. And it was very special seeing not just a rapper on stream, but actually being interested in playing the game as well. And then in May of 2018, Epic introduced something huge. If you bought a PlayStation 4, you could get 500 V-Bucks and the Royal Bomber skin. This was the first time Fortnite tied cosmetics to a real-world purchase, and it opened the floodgates.
I don't really remember that. I'm sure I did. Again, I played Chapter 1, Season 3 if we're going in order over here, so this was after Thanos, so this is something that happened over here. I don't remember it.
Soon after, we got the Samsung Galaxy bundle in Season 5, then the Double Helix and Eon bundle in Season 6, and then the Iconic bundle in Season 8. And on November 10th, we got the NFL football skins that let you customize and show support for all teams.
Yeah, that one was real good, dude. That one was great. I love the NFL skins. See, and that shop that we just took a look at, actually, let me rewind for a second. This is something that I found a little bit okay, like as I was scrolling over to the right here, but I don't like once you started scrolling down, you know? I don't know if I'm like sounding weird when I'm talking about the old shop.
NFL football skins that let you customize and show support for all teams. And then Fortnite crossed over into movies. Wreck-It Ralph became the first official collaboration to actually appear on the Battle Royale map, playing on the movie screen over at Risky Reels.
Dude, they should have done so many more things on the Risky Reels too. Like, it, could you imagine they actually had like legitimate advertisements and not just like something fun like Wreck-It Ralph? I understand that was an advertisement, but you know what I mean. Bro, those OG Black Widow and Star-Lord skins were just Fortnite characters cosplaying. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And oh yeah, the free Hot Murat, I forgot about that. Oh my god, you just unlocked a memory VR.
Fortnite actually appeared in the movie as well when it released. 2019 is where Fortnite really starts to impress players even more. February 2nd was an insane day in Fortnite history because we had Marshmello put on an entire concert in Pleasant Park, and he became the first real life person and icon skin ever added to the game.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were hyped up about this, but maybe it's just because I missed the event. I don't care for Marshmello's music personally. The idea of the concert was cool, like the whole event for it was cool, but I didn't attend it. I was doing something. Maybe that's why I just like don't look at it. I just look at it and I go like, it's a Marshmello event. But it was like a major step forward, right?
The concert took a battle royale game and made it an interactive social experience, and it had over 10 million players tuned in to watch.
Crazy.
Outside of Fortnite itself, it was starting to expand beyond just being a game. Nerf started releasing toy versions of Fortnite weapons like the tac shotgun and bolt action.
Dude, I'm actually surprised that those Nerf guns didn't do better than they did. Like, I'm sure that they sold very well, but like, I thought this was going to be like the next big thing with kids once they announced that. But maybe it's just like, kind of like, I know we're talking like almost a decade ago, but did kids still play with Nerf guns? Because when I was a kid, dude, Nerf guns were massive. Everybody had Nerf guns. The amount of Nerf gun fights that we had like as kids was crazy, man. Snowy said, I remember so many people who got millions of views who did music blogs and creative Marshmello songs. I remember that too. Dude, some people were so creative there. I still own a bunch of those. I have them in like a bin somewhere, Bart. I can't remember the last time that I used Nerf guns. I had the best parents in the world, dude. Or have the best parents in the world. They got me so many Nerf guns.
Sniper, bringing Fortnite into real life. And in April 2019, Epic brought back...
Oh, hang on. What were they doing?
Bringing Fortnite...
That looks like fun. Like a parkour type, like Sky Zone type thing. I don't even know what that is. I know it's not like Sky Zone, obviously, but you know what I mean? That would be really fun. What are they doing? What? That looks like fun.
Into real life. And in April 2019, Epic brought back the Thanos Gauntlet for the endgame LTM, but this time it was bigger. We got Marvel weapons based off characters like Hawkeye's bow, Thor's Stormbreaker, and Captain America's shield.
This was fun to play every little bit. Like, it was fun once you actually got to be Thanos. It ended up getting old real quick when you were playing on the side of the heroes. I would have liked it better as a battle royale personally. Casual dude, perfect video. I have no idea what you're talking about there. Nerf battles are like prime Vietnam, yeah, honestly.
And we got our first Marvel skins in the Fortnite shop with Black Widow and Star-Lord. But honestly, these skins were more like Fortnite models cosplaying as the characters.
Who just said that? Somebody just said that in chat.
They represented the actual characters from the movie. Outside of LTMs, we started to see collabs begin to...
Oh, Dude Perfect. Sorry. I know Dude Perfect. I don't know what I was thinking, dude. Casual Dude Perfect. I was thinking like that was one thing. Not I understand what you mean, and I'm just an idiot. It's a casual Dude Perfect video. Sorry, I'm a big idiot.
Like the actual map, because in season 9 we saw wave 1 of the Stranger Things collab. Fortnite added the Scoops Ahoy ice cream shop before we even saw it in the show, and later in the season portals began appearing on the Fortnite map resembling the Upside Down from the show.
Stranger Things mid. I know that's a very unpopular take. Dude, I have the most unpopular take ever when it comes to Stranger Things. I thought seasons 1 to 4 were just okay. Like, it was a good show. It was a little bit better than okay. Like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Season 5 was incredible. The finale was underwhelming. But I loved season 5 when dipshit Derek and Holly took over. The new cast for Stranger Things was so much more interesting.
In Season X, it pushed things even further. OGs will remember the Borderlands collab where it changed the entire art style of a small Borderlands POI.
Just another big win for Season X right there. Pandora. I miss it so much.
Pandora. We also got the Psycho Bandit skin, and up until recently, it was very rare. And Pandora only lasted about 2 weeks, but it showed what Fortnite could do. Later on in that same season, we saw Tilted Town replaced with Gotham City. This was Fortnite's first DC Comics takeover. We also got the explosive Batarang and Batman grapple gun, which were the first collab items added directly into Battle Royale.
Dude, I have this very, very special love for the Batman grappler. Oh, not the Batman grappler. Crap, what else was there? Because the Batman grappler was the one that deployed your glider, right? Was it just a regular grappler that was there? Never mind. I was just about to go off on a big nothing. Matt VR said Season X POs were so fun. Dude, I miss the Rift Zones so much. So much. Season 1 hard carries all Stranger Things. Dude, I didn't even think Season 1 was anything special, really. But for those of you who want to go subscribe to the Clenema channel, we do have a review on the finale of Stranger Things. Unfortunately, not Season 1. I wasn't that interested in it, and I didn't have a Clenema channel at the time, but you're welcome to go check it out.
It's not just LTMs. Then came Fortnite X Jumpman. Fortnite teamed up with Air Jordan, giving us 2 Nike skins and the Downtown Drop LTM, which was the first official creative map collaboration. You could earn free sprays and back bling styles, but unless you actually played the map, most people forgot that this collab even happened.
I'm not a big skateboarding guy. I didn't care for this, and I didn't care for the map. I didn't like this one. Oh, dude, Summoner said Starry Suburbs top 3 POI. Yes, sir. 100%.
It was one of the first to bring a fashion brand into Fortnite. Fortnite started 2019 with a Marshmallow concert, and it ended it with Star Wars. We got a sneak peek of the rise of Skywalker at Risky Reels. Lightsabers and the First Order blaster rifles were added into the game, and it wasn't just collab items in Battle Royale, but now it was actual weapons from the movie added directly into the game.
Dude, that would have been such a cool thing if they were just honest about what it was going to be, where it's like, hey, this is just an ad. We're going to be showing a big teaser for the next Star Wars movie. Then people would have been like, dude, this is so cool. This is actually in Fortnite. But they were like, Star Wars live event right now.
After the event, stormtroopers guarded crash sites around the map, making it the first collaboration to introduce NPCs into Fortnite. Epic did not slow down at all going into 2020. We got our first content creator icon skin with Ninja. Soon after, Pokimane got the first icon series emote without getting a skin.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually really surprised Epic Games never dove into making a Pokimane skin. Could you imagine the cash that would generate? Not only for the people who love Pokimane, but like just for the people, like I would buy it to do funny, stupid things with. Like we're walking around people at Fortnite Delulu going like, if you're broke, boy, just say so. Like, I would buy that, you know? And she was, like, really involved within Fortnite. Could you imagine the money that they would make from a Pokimane skin? She had a lot of controversies, though. The only one that I can think of... Wait, what? Okay, controversies isn't the right word for it, is it? Maybe I'm just not keeping up with it. But, like, the only one I can think where she goes, like, you know... You ain't funny, you know? I still can't believe that she did that. I can't believe it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that people do that. You know? Like, it's one thing, like, and I'm not condoning it before I say this, okay? I'm not condoning it one little bit. I need you guys to understand that, okay? But, like, I get that there's people out there that say those words, like, behind closed doors. I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, the idea of just saying it online. Okay, I have a platform. I'm going to fire it off online, too. You know? But like, what other controversies has she been in other than like she said something dumb? You know, I don't think Fortnite would like, I don't know, especially now they can collab with anybody, you know? If you're broke, boy, just say so. See, that would be fun to walk around like in proximity chat. What do you mean saying what, Koala? I'm not saying it. This guy's trying to ag me on.
It was Fortnite's first TikTok style emote, something that's now completely normal in the item shop. Fortnite was taking real life trends and putting them straight into the game. Chapter 2 Season 2 dropped and Fortnite went all in. Deadpool became the first collab skin in a battle pass. He wasn't just a skin either, he was a boss.
Sorry to interrupt again. Bard said, and hence the broke boys were born. So true. So true, dude.
On the yacht and had his very own mythic and got his own versions of Raven and Cuddle Team Leader. These were the first Fortnite mashup skins. He also had a unique battle pass feature complete with a
See, that's what I miss about the item shop, dude. That this little like charm that Fortnite had, man. You had a big shop that you could scroll through, and then you had something special going on. Like, could you imagine they did this with collaborations, did something like fun and fancy with the item shop? I would love that. Dual pistols were overhated. Where did that come from? But I agree. I agree.
Wall-breaking interactive cutaway that stayed true to the character design. And then
like, look
April
at that.
22nd,
there's so much personality to it. I miss that, dude.
In 2020, another historic moment happened in Fortnite. Fortnite completely blew away all expectations from the Marshmallow concert, and we got the Travis Scott concert.
Yep.
12.3 million players participated in this event, and it's one of those concerts that really set the bar high for Fortnite.
Dude, they didn't just set the bar high, like they set it through the roof, dude. It's something that just caught so many people like off guard, and this is what I'm talking about. This thing didn't actually get leaked beforehand. I don't remember if the idea of the concert ended up getting leaked beforehand, but I mean, like, we didn't know actually what was going to happen, and it was such a nice, pleasant surprise. Now we don't have things like that anymore.
Almost every event they have done since gets compared to the Travis Scott concert. That's how influential it was. Later in 2020, we got our first entire collab season, Chapter 2, Season 4. The season everyone just calls the Marvel season.
That's
Marvel
true.
took over everything. Battle Pass, live event, POIs, weapons, superpowers. Before this season, Battle Royale never had special abilities. The Marvel season completely changed that.
Yeah, and I remember I was pretty outspoken for this too, saying like, this is officially Fortnite collabs going too far. But this ended up being one of the best seasons of all time, man. So he said literally getting chills thinking about the event. The Travis Scott one, dude, I remember what I was feeling during that event, man.
There were some mixed feelings at this point regarding just how hard Fortnite was going with the collaborations, but overall it was a peak season.
Oh yeah.
We also got Loser Fruit and Lachlan added to the Icon series, which also came with Lachlan's Pickaxe Frenzy tournament. This laid the foundation for modern skin cups.
Yeah, do they still do that? If they still do that, there's like nothing that's been like any nothing that's really gone crazy viral. Wasn't there going to be a Galactus skin? I don't think so. I think people were just like making that up for clickbait, weren't they? Hot take, second Marvel season was better than the first one. Holy butter, do I disagree with that. To be honest with you, Absolute Doom is my least favorite season, period.
20 ended with Chapter 2 Season 5, where we continue to see more and more collaborations added to the item shop with a lot of characters from the Gaming Legends series. We saw Kratos, Master Chief, The Mandalorian, Ryu, and Chun-Li. Between more icon skins, Gaming Legends, DC, and Marvel, we saw over 30 skins added during the season, all from different IPs.
Dude, I actually spent so much money back in Chapter 2 Season 5. They were just firing off things that I was fans of, man. And now I have all of these skins, and now the shuffle preset option doesn't work still, and it is still upsetting me to this day.
As 2021 began, we also started to see the rise of sponsored creative maps, with some even launching their very own tournaments like the Alienware Games. This online tournament featured multiple challenges across 4 of the most popular games at the time.
What? I didn't know they were doing that. A tournament across multiple games? I've never heard about that before. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Dude, see, this is why I want to do content full-time so bad. I would love to get into multiple games like this, and I would love to participate in things like this, man. That'd be so fun. Master Chief, finally someone talks about. Dude, Master Chief is great. I spent money on that instantly. He should mention the movie collabs Minigame Box PvP is done. So true. Minigame Box PvP is one of the greatest maps of all time in UEFN.
Including Fortnite. Players were facing off in the Alienware arena alongside celebrities like Felicia Day and even Caleb McLaughlin, who later got his own in-game collab with Stranger Things. With $400,000 in prizes, which included all new Alienware PCs, this definitely got a lot of positive attention. 2021 continued strong because Neymar Jr. became the first pro athlete to join the Icon series, and it was also the first Icon.
You know what sucks is that everybody was mad at the Neymar Jr. skin being part of the Battle Pass back in the day, but he actually had like a good style to the skin that wasn't like Neymar Jr. at all, you know? Oh, just quit my job qual. Okay, I'll get right on that because I can totally afford that.
In a Battle Pass. We got Ariana Grande's Rift Tour, which was a solid follow-up to the Travis Scott concert.
Yes, that was a good event.
Fortnite x Balenciaga. At this point, Fortnite stopped asking, does this make sense? And started asking, how do we make this work? Which actually brings us to the Rick and Morty collaboration. Morty was too short for a typical Fortnite skin, so they decided to put him in a mech suit to make him big enough to use as a skin.
Yeah, I liked the way they ended up going about like the skins now that they're focusing not on mechs. The South Park skins, they could have been better, but I'm happy with the way they went. Like, I like that Kenny's all trash and stuff like that, but I don't like just things straight up just being a mech, you know? Chapter 2 Season 6 gives me PTSD. I really like that season, man.
We saw this exact strategy used recently with the South Park skins as well. And while cars in the item shop are very normal now, the first real car collab was with the Ferrari back in Chapter 2 Season 7.
I remember that, and that thing, like, dude, that thing flew across the map. That actually slipped my mind, man. The cell shading on the Rick and Morty skins are terrible. Yeah, they could improve on some of those, definitely, right? The only time the mech suit made sense. Oh, maybe it's because I don't watch Rick and Morty. I thought they just literally put him in a mech. So I take back what I said. My apologies. Dude, I love South Park, Koala. I love South Park.
Then came Naruto, Fortnite's first full anime crossover. The mythics we got weren't great, but it opened the door to...
The mythics we got weren't great? The Kamehameha? What? Oh my god. Dude, I have a very special memory of this season because there's a... I'm not going to mention her name because I'm just not going to. But we had a friend who... Oh, wait, wrong anime? What are you talking about? No, the Kamehameha is Dragon Ball. That's Goku. Oh, that's Naruto. Ah. Sorry. Never mind. I know. Comments are going to be... Yep. Sorry, I never watched Dragon Ball and I never watched Naruto. Sorry. I'm a high IQ Attack on Titan enjoyer, and the fact that I just ruined saying high IQ just made it look dumber. You know what? I'll say it anyways. Okay? For when the we had a friend that we were playing with, and she never heard of it either, the Kamehameha, and we convinced her that it was called the Kami Yummy. So she's going around, and dude, the entire collab, like, oh, I got a Kami Yummy, and like, just over her head, dude, completely over her head. You know, it's like one of those like very innocent people. So I miss that so much, dude. That's all I think about when I think about the Kamehameha. But the Naruto mythics suck. We got knives. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. That wasn't good. Sorry. I was messing up my seasons over there.
Several loved anime collabs.
Oh, look, Goku's in chat.
By Chapter 3, collaborations were just expected. It was more like, who is Fortnite going to add next? Which kind of started to lose what made it feel special. Spider-Man played a huge role in Chapter 3. Him and MJ were even part of the Winterfest trailer.
Dude, that might be one of my favorite collabs ever. You know? The Spider-Man No Way Home one. That might have been like some of my favorite time to ever play Fortnite with that.
Fortnite worked with DC Comics to release a Batman x Fortnite comics series.
Why haven't they continued that too? Dude, they need to keep going with that. I miss it. They have so much potential with the comics, man. This was goated from Fortnite.
And every issue came with a redeemable cosmetic code, and the lore from the comics was actually canon to what was happening in the game. We had music festivals starting to collab with Fortnite in Chapter 3 Season 2 with the Coachella skins and the creative map that came with it. John Cena was added in the game in Chapter 3 Season 3, and he started following a lot of Fortnite streamers on social media.
That's
Nothing
funny.
really came of that, but it looks like he still follows most of them. No one was more excited than Nick A30 when Fortnite added a radio station in-game that was purely just dedicated to Eminem songs.
Dude, they should do more stuff with the radio station too. Like, I would love it if they continue. Like, I know a lot of people talked about, like, for Winterfest, it'd be cool to just get a Christmas radio station, but they could do it for, like, any kind of seasonal event, you know?
And this was before he was even in the game. Chapter 3 Season 4 was when I got my own icon skin added to the game and my icon cup. Fortnite even made me my own custom exotic, the SypherPK Trap Tower, which was only available in my tournament and in creative for a brief time.
That's actually like that's a really, really good exotic to have for Sypher. I like that he did that, man.
The Trap Tower was even sold as an official Fortnite toy across the world.
Dude, you know you made it when, eh? I'm happy for him. It always makes me happy when people succeed like that, dude. I see Goku said, so we're just glossing over my collab. Did we miss it? Chapter 3, Season 3. What are we talking about right now? Oh yeah, we're in chat. We're moving on to Chapter 5. Chapter 5? I believe.
Mr. Beast had a cameo during the Fracture live event and then received a skin later that year in Chapter 4 Season 1.
Yeah, we just kind of did skip over the Dragon Ball collab, right? Huh.
He also hosted his own official Fortnite creative map tournament, Mr. Beast's Extreme Survival Challenge, where 100,000 players would earn a Mr. Beast themed glider.
Hey, let me plug something in real quick. Speaking of good old Mr. Beast over here. Actually, you know how I struggle to get views over on the Clenema Channel, which is about movies, TV shows, anime shows? I have a video that's gaining some traction right now where I made a tier list of all the Beast Game contestants. I loved Mr. Beast Games. Both Season 1, Season 2, I think is a great show. Also, Zero, you are so right. If anybody would like to support me in the item shop, use code Clen. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. If you'd like to support me in the shop, use code Clen. If you'd like to go check out any of my other channels, Linktree will always be at the top of the description. But I like that. Thank you for reminding me to shout that out as well, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But one player would go on to win $1 million. Mr. Beast felt so bad for the guy that got second place, so he asked Twitter if he should add a prize pool for second place, and Twitter voted between $50,000 and a taco.
There's no way.
The kid got a taco.
There's no way. That's hilarious. Dude, what I like about these videos too is there's things that happen within the Fortnite community that like even I never knew about, and I've always been involved with the community.
Luckily, this wasn't the only tournament in 2023 because Alienware returned with a new version of the Alienware Arena built inside their new map, Defy City. But the competition was a little different this time around since the competitors would have to go up against me. If you attended TwitchCon in 2023 and stopped by the Alienware booth, you had a chance to go 1v1 against myself in Defy City for an opportunity to win some Alienware prizes. I had so much fun at this event and I got to meet a lot of cool fans.
That's cool. Like I'm always really happy when people make it like that, dude. It's nice to see. Like Sypher looks happy, man.
Chapter 4 Season 2 also had some Easter eggs on the map referencing Attack on Titan. And later on, we got an Eren Yeager skin in the Battle Pass and skins for Levi and Mikasa in the item shop.
Dude, the whole thing was so well done. I loved it, dude. With the lightsaber mythics and the Attack on Titan mythics and the Spider-Man mythics in the game at the same time was one of the most fun times I've ever had playing Fortnite. But dude, did they drop the ball on the AOT skins? They could have done so much more, and now, oh... You know, it sounds immature to talk about, but like now that there's skins out there with actual nipples and they have breasts and skins, they could so add the Attack on Titan characters. Like I mean, like the Titan versions of the characters. We gotta get another wave, man. Oh, I said, bro, remember when Sypher had a wife? Wow, dude. Actually, you know what's funny is those two videos that I made on SypherPK's divorce, which is strange to come out of my mouth. Those videos get like a good like maybe 30-50 views every single day still. It's really funny. I know, that's why I didn't want to say it, Zero. Now that skins have nipples is a crazy sentence, right? Dude, that's such a random thing to drop. And now I'm gonna sound like a weirdo for just laughing at
Invincible
that.
was added to the game in Season OG, and Fortnite was actually featured in an episode of Invincible as part of the crossover. Then in Chapter 5 Season 1, Fortnite introduced Jam Tracks and Fortnite Festival, real songs that we can now play in-game, and a whole new game mode based off of the playstyle of Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Does anybody still play Fortnite Festival? I haven't played it in God knows how long. And I always liked Fortnite Festival. I always thought it was like a nice thing to go to every once in a while.
It was made by the same people. This also paved the way for a lot more artists to start getting full skin bundles. It started with The Weeknd, and he wasn't just getting a skin or two, but he also got instruments, jam tracks, and emotes. Festival skins kept ramping up. We were getting new ones every couple of months, with major artists like Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, Karol G, and more. We were getting huge new modes that really changed the way collaborations worked with Fortnite. We even got Lego Fortnite, which meant we started to get Lego versions of all the iconic Fortnite skins and pretty much every new skin in the shop.
Yeah, it was crazy when that dropped. Fortnite changing forever, dude. Fortnite changing forever. Somebody said if Sypher doesn't mention Miku, I'm blocking his channel. Dude, what's the big deal about Miku, guys? I don't understand you, man.
Epic didn't stop featuring collabs in Battle Royale either. Family Guy was a hugely requested collab from the community, and we saw Peter Griffin as a boss at Snooty Steps with his own medallion and mythic shotgun. UEFN dropped, and it really pushed the character renderings to new levels. Collab cosmetics were starting to look more detailed and realistic than ever.
Yeah, now the collab skins look very, very good and very detailed in comparison to what we usually got. And then we have like the skins like when Ninja first started getting his skin.
We saw a huge step from the first Marvel characters who looked more like cosplayers, and now Fortnite skins having detailed markings on their face. Like,
God, what do you mean? Is SypherPK's divorce the reason the Fortnite shop sucks? Are you saying to make that video? Could you imagine, dude? That would actually get so many clicks.
The metallic and collab skins, it literally looks like they placed them straight into the game. When you look at them, even compared to Ariana Grande, the level of detail is just insane.
Yeah.
Then Fall Guys start to get implemented into Fortnite. Fortnite added a new category discovery just for Fall Guys creative maps.
Dude, they need to have the actual Fall Guys game within Fortnite, man. They need to have Crown Jam permanent. Oh, I miss it so much, dude. At this point, instead of having a tournament whenever I get my icon skin years down the road, I want to just bring back Fall Guys Crown Jam.
And even BR had a little Fall Guys obstacle you could enter mid-game. Season 4 of Chapter 5 was another Marvel Seasons with even more POIs and characters than the original. By the end of 2023, we had a handful of jam tracks, icon emotes were expanding, tons of new skins, gaming series, Star Wars, and anime skins were all coming to the item shop on a regular basis.
I wanted to let him finish his phrase there. But I miss too the people like doing like TikTok dances and coming up with their own dances in Fortnite, like actually having contests for things like that. That's something else that I miss that they used to do. I miss Delulu too, Ned, and Crown Jam was not as, dude. Oh, dude, Crown Jam was so much fun for me.
2024 is when Disney X Fortnite was officially announced, and although this was just the announcement, there are some huge plans that are set for the future. We started to see a lot more Disney skins added into Fortnite. You can now take the L on people as Mrs. Incredible. And during the summer of 2024, Kai Cenat, Sketch, and AMP were featured in one of Fortnite's ads for the
Dude, I still want a Mama Coco skin. Oh, I missed the Concept Royale too. That's something that they need to get back on. There's so many talented people out there that could create great skins.
Bunch of Reload. During the ad, there was also a Sabrina Carpenter song playing. Kai and Sabrina both got skins, and Sketch got his own emote later on. Then in the Chapter 2 remix season, Fortnite brought back classic POIs like Steamy Stacks and Salty Springs, but this time we had real-life rappers as NPCs at their own remix POIs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Look what they did to the shark. I'll never forgive them. One of the greatest POIs in Fortnite history. They sat Ice Spice on the shark. Horrible. Crazy. Oh, I hate it. Fortnite Remix, I know so many people love Fortnite Remix, man, but I didn't like Fortnite Remix. It could have been good, but the bot issue, dude, the bot issue was never as bad as it was, man. Zero says it's the second worst club of all time. What's number one? Quick. What's number one before we continue? Reload save Fortnite, I can't lie. Reload's my personal most played mode, but Chapter 7 Season 1 is so good that I have been mixing in a lot of Battle Royale too. Snowy, don't tell me that that's a real lyric. She is my poopy, but she never smelt. Don't tell me that's a real lyric. The problem is I can see it. Oh, Kim Kardashian is the worst. Dude, I'm for the Kim Kardashian one because no, I don't like that Kim was the first one that they went with, but I like that it represented like more adult things getting into Fortnite. You know what I mean?
It launched with an actual concert in Times Square.
That's an emote? Ice Spice, she is my poopy, but he never smelt. That's an actual lyric from Ice Spice. That's crazy. Oh my god. What the hell, man?
With Ice Spice and Snoop Dogg that you could watch from in-game or even in person. Ice Spice might have been one of the first skins that people could not believe was in Fortnite. And even more people started to be called the guy from Fortnite.
Yo, it's the guy from Fortnite.
Remix was also when Kicks got introduced as a new cosmetic type, which added even more opportunities for Fortnite to collab, starting with Nike. Then 2025 took things even further. We had a full Star Wars mini season, and even though the full season being dedicated to a collaboration had happened before, it introduced a whole new feature with AI Darth Vader.
Oh, bring it back, Epic. Bring it back uncensored. Bring it back the way. And I know, Epic Games, I know that you dropped that AI Darth Vader unfinished just so you can go crazy viral and get more people in the game. I know it. And it was so much fun. And they ruined it. I always think about that, dude. I always think about that old Loser Fruit clip. I don't know why that's the one I end up thinking of, but there's a Loser clip where she's like, the freaking fucking, and Darth Vader's like, freaking fucking. Unfiltered Darth was goated, dude, I know. The amount of stuff that people are making Darth Vader do in game. Oh, dude. There's one that I'm thinking of, dude, but I don't think I can say it. I can't say it. It's not just like him repeating a bad word, but like someone like egged Darth. They didn't even egg Darth Vader on. Like they got Darth. I can't even just hint to it. I'm sorry. Clen's second most video. Yeah. Yeah, reacting to Darth Vader clips, guys, is one of the most popular videos on my channel.
It was the first time you could use voice chat to talk to an NPC, and it would generate unique responses with Darth Vader's voice.
No, it's not the Spanish joke. That's not the one I'm talking about. It's not like just him saying something bad. It's him like there was a couple clips that went viral of him like speaking on something like within the culture. You know what I mean? I can't go on it.
Can you say ubu? It made for some great content, and it was the type of collab that no one expected. There have been so many collabs this year, we could almost make a full video on it just for 2025 alone. So I'm just going to go over some of the more notable ones. During Winterfest Chapter 6 Season 1, we got Mariah Carey, Santa Shack, and Santa Dog. And we even got Mariah Carey's iconic Christmas song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Fortnite really played into the meme that she unfreezes for Christmas every year by having that happen on the map.
I like that they've done that, but I'm so like, no, I don't care about the Christmas stuff at all until like November. I don't know. I'm kind of weird like that.
Squid Game was massive because it brought an entire new themed reload map, and Nick baiting people during the red light, green light was hilarious.
Dude, I can't believe that I'm alone in the opinion that the Squid Game reload map, dude, it is by far the best reload map for me. By far. Had some of my favorite POIs of all time. I can't believe that I'm alone in that opinion. Crazy. Yeah, he did skip out on Miku, eh? Miku's coming and he can't. Oh, it is. Did Miku come after this? I don't remember when Miku ended up coming. Chapter 6, wasn't it?
But it was also extremely popular for creative maps as well. Some of the top maps at the time were all Squid Game themed. Plus, we finally got skins from this collab that players were actually asking for. In Chapter 6, Season 4, we had an insane Fortnitemares, the most collabs during a holiday event ever. They let Doja Cat take over the official Twitter account, which we may not see happen.
Oh, yeah, that was so funny. Mother of Rose Toys. Oh, I can't believe they dropped that, dude. It's like, what?
Never again. In 2018, you would have never expected to be in a Fortnite lobby with Peter Griffin, Doja Cat, Scooby-Doo, and Huggy Wuggy, but that's where we're at. Kai Cenat joined the Icon series after revealing his Fortnite skin on the largest screen in the world, the Las Vegas Sphere. Just like the Borderlands POI back in 2019, Fortnite would change the art style completely for The Simpsons. I
kind of like that they did that now. Like, I'm so open to these things, especially as mini seasons. I like doing that kind of twice a year. I don't know about you guys, but I like, especially with like the love and the care that they put into that. I can't believe it. And I'm somebody who doesn't like The Simpsons.
Entire map, actually. It was cell shaded and it was a smaller map with less players, so the games felt a lot more action packed and it was pretty unique. They also introduced the very first collab sidekick with Plopper from the Simpsons movie.
I didn't even know the Plopper thing was in the game, but maybe it's just because I don't pay attention to the Simpsons.
Of course, we had the 0-hour live event to close out the chapter. Featuring so many collabs, you had to watch the event more than twice to really see how many were involved. You had all the creator icon skins coming together. K-pop Demon Hunters had a song.
Dude, it's crazy that like that was so hype within 0 hour. I'm officially a K-pop Demon Hunters fan. I didn't get it until I watched the movie. Now I'm for it.
Big Homer doing absolutely nothing. Miku beaming from Godzilla's head. And even some brain rot memes made an appearance.
I didn't even notice that, dude. That's what's great about the 0 hour, because there's so many times where you look back on it and then you can see like more detail and more love put into that event, you know? Bro, the Simpsons season was such a pleasant surprise. Completely agree. Completely agree. And again, I'm somebody who doesn't like the Simpsons.
We've ended 2025 with the most collaborations of any year. Tons of jam tracks that you can listen to in Battle Royale like you would with Spotify, an entire locker full of branded kicks, more emotes than you could ever know what to do with, over 20 car skins, several back blings, and at least 200 collab skins. And now we're in Chapter 7, Season 1. And I'll be honest, the collabs are overwhelming. It's almost...
Oh no, don't start. Don't start. Dude, they handled collabs in this season like some of the best they've ever handled collabs. We still got unique Fortnite gameplay and storyline. Updates that were phenomenal. Updates with collabs that didn't overstay their welcome. I think they handled it great. This isn't overwhelming, man. I've always disagreed with a lot of the community in that.
So like you log in every 2 days and there's a new one. The season isn't over yet, and we've had over 25 new collaborations, with probably more by the time this video gets posted. One of the more notable ones was the Kim Kardashian skin, as this really shows how Fortnite has evolved when it comes to which skins and who they're going to add to the game. They're really pushing the boundaries on what feels possible to be added into the game. And with the recent South Park collab, Fortnite actually had to change the rating of the game to incorporate crude humor. Just to name a few other things added this season. We had Ninjago, Adventure Time Wave 2, I Show Speed.
Dude, there's so many collabs that they added just in this season alone that was like a lot of people's kind of like, oh my god, I can't believe they ended up adding this. You know what I mean? Koala said, yo, this season has been so goated. I seriously do not understand the hate. Yeah, I don't get it either. This season was great. Yeah, and I like Ninjago too. You know what's funny is I almost have a little bit of a sense of nostalgia for Ninjago because my brother was into Ninjago growing up. Like, I wasn't even a Ninjago kid, but it's just like the time and like Ninjago being popular that like I kind of like get a pleasure from it, you know, just being mentioned.
Christmas versions of Sabrina Carpenter and Hatsune Miku, Harry Potter.
And Danny, sorry to interrupt again. Danny said they always say that until their favorite character appears. Always, right? Then the collabs are okay. Then the collabs aren't overwhelming.
JD, Kill Bill, The Office, Kazuna Ai, Chappelle. Epic also announced that they are planning to add over 100, yes, 100 gaming collab skins this year alone. We're going to see collabs from Marvel Rivals, Minecraft, Overwatch, and much more.
Dude, and they're going to keep going. Oh, I'm going to start spending money again. But Epic Games, if you fix that shuffle option, dude, I will spend more money on the game. I can't, like, it's ridiculous that I'm buying these skins and I can't shuffle on my presets with it.
While I am enjoying the Fortnite collaborations, the special feeling I had back in the day when it was all getting started has seemed to fade away. I think there is a little too much going on. It's kind of hard to keep track or even be excited for some of these collabs because they're happening so often. But they seem to be selling extremely well, and if this will ensure the future of the game, I can sort of get behind it.
Yeah, it's important for Fortnite. Epic Games needs to make their money, man. I like that they picked a collab, something like South Park this time around, and they made a big event out of it. At least we had that instead of just like, oh, here's a collab, buy the skins, here's a collab, buy the skins. I like that we had like a whole mini pass, an event, a mythic. I like that they took some time with that for this season.
We went from 6 items in the shop to being able to spend over 6 minutes just scrolling through the items.
Yeah.
Fortnite didn't just change how collaborations work, it changed what players expect from games entirely, affecting other games and their collaborations as well.
Dude, there will be nothing like Fortnite, guys. Absolutely nothing like Fortnite. They changed the game forever. They changed the standard forever. Welcome back, Betty. Betty said Sophie Rain skin went. You know what, dude? At this point, they're going to start adding OF girls. Could you, again, like we were talking about earlier with Pokimane. Was it this video or were we talking about the last video we recorded? Yeah, it was this video. Could you imagine how well a Sophie Rain skin would sell? Just imagine it. Just imagine the memes. Like Dagwami and I play on Sophie Rain's Zone Wars just because it's stupid. You know, could you imagine what a skin would do, dude?
And while I'm not always excited for every single collab, I'm glad that there is something for everyone out there and it all brings people back onto the game. And a big thank you to Alienware for not only
Yeah, that was a good video, man. SypherPK has been making some good videos. I really like these types of videos that he's been working on where it's like he goes through a bunch of things within Fortnite. There's a Zone Wars? Yeah. You haven't seen us bring that up on stream before, Snowy? Every once in a while, we'll just switch the game mode over to Sophie Rain's Zone Wars. It's literally just... It's so stupid. It's just a Zone Wars map with Sophie Rain in the middle of it. Just a picture of her. We need Clen and Dagwami skins in the Fortnite. So true. Guys, like... we know what we need more. At least, at the very least, you need some of these guys like Dag to get a locker bundle or something, you know? See, that's what I'm saying, Koala. I'm so buying a Sophie Rain skin. So that would sell like crazy, dude. It amuses me that they say there are too many collaborations as if they had to buy them all. Don't get me started, dude. Do not get me started on that. It's all you have to do. I also, you know what? This is the perfect outro for the video, guys. A little while ago, I uploaded a video titled "The Unpopular But Correct Take on Fortnite's Collab Problem." Excuse me. I've ruined the outro. But it's a great video. Check it out right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody.